Hello and welcome to your practice. Today's class will take you through a 20-minute hip flexibility and mobility flow. Whenever you are ready, find your way to your seated pose with your legs crossed in front, or bring your heels closer to your groin and place your hands onto your knees and take some time to settle in to your physical body. Relaxing your hips and shoulders. And let's start with several hip circles to one direction. Find your own speed. You can make these circles as big as you want or as little as you want. Listen to your inner wisdom, your body's needs, and its message. And then switch the directions. Feel your hips. Feel your lower back. Soften the muscles in your face. Okay, good. Come back to center. And now place your hands behind your back and open your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And we'll take windshield wipers with our legs. Deep breath in. And exhale, drop your knees to one side. And then inhale, come back through center. And then exhale to the other side. And keep moving on your own. Feel your hips. Feel your lower back. Okay, good. Come back to center. And cross your ankles in front and find your way to your hands and knees. Your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And start to find some hip circles, shifting your hips to one side and then forward and to the other side and back towards the back of your mat. And keep making these circles as big as you want or as little as you want, listening to your own body, your inner wisdom. And then reverse that direction. And keep on moving on your own. And then come back to center. Go ahead and lift your left knee up off of the mat and start to find some knee circles away from your body. Feeling your left hip joint. And reverse the directions. And now bring your left knee behind your right and release your feet down. And then shift your hips towards your heels and then fold over your legs and your mount, resting onto your forearms and your palms. Breathe deeply and fully into your hips. And slowly lift yourself up and release the pose, coming back to your hands and knees. And we'll take this sequence to the other side. Start to find hip circles with your right knee away from your body. Feeling your right hip joint. Soften your face. And then reverse that directions. And then place your right knee behind your left and release your feet down. Shift your hips towards your heels and then fold over, coming down onto your forearms and your palms. Deep breath here into your hips. Soften your face. And slowly walk your hands forward as you release the pose, coming back to your hands and knees. And open your knees as wide as comfortable. Big toes come to touch. Arms out to the front of your mat. And forehead on the ground to your child's pose. And start to rock your hips from side to side several times at your own pace. And come back to center. And now wiggle your fingertips forward so your elbows off of the mat. As you inhale, round your body forward, drop your hips down and lift your feet up. And exhale back to your child's pose. 3 more times on your own, moving with your breath. Keep pressing your fingertips down. Inhale, round forward, drop your hips down. And exhale back to your child's pose. And last one. And stay in this child's pose for a couple of more breaths, allowing your hips to get really relaxed to the earth. And then slowly press yourself up to your hands and knees. Your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips with hip width distance apart. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back to your first down dog. Relax your neck and head between your upper arms. And start to pedal out through your feet by bending one knee and then the other. And then feel free to add some movement by rocking your hips from side to side as well. And feel your hips. And come back to center to your neutral down dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, and start to find hip circles with your right knee. Find 2 circles, feeling your right hip joint. And then after second circle, drop your right foot down behind, and then right arm up and over, lifting your hips up to your wild thing. And slowly right hand comes down. Bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Your hands underneath your shoulders. And start to rock your body front and back several times. About 8 to 10 times. Feel your left front thigh and right hip. Soften your face. Press down with your hands to the earth. And then come back to center and release your left knee down. Untuck your left toes and rock your hips from side to side several times. You can make this movement as little as you want or as big as you want, listening to your own body's inner wisdom. Soften your face. Come back to center And then walk your left hand forward, like half hand length forward. Turn your torso to your right, coming onto the knife edge of your right foot. And release your hips down to the earth and your mount. And reach your right arm towards the back of your mat. And feel the stretch in your left hip and your right glute. Soften the face. And deep breath here. And now place your right hand underneath your right shoulder, facing forward. Tuck your left toes under and step your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand, coming onto the balls of your feet, fingertips in front on the ground. Start to rock your hips from side to side several times. Feel your hips, soften your face. And come back to center. Place your hands at your heart center to your prayer. And then place your elbows inside of your knees. You can drop your heels down to the earth if that's available for your body at this moment. Gently pressing your elbows to your knees, opening up our hips a little bit more, but do not force too much. Soften the face and breathe. Spine nice and tall. Hips are heavy to the earth. Plant your palms down. Bring your feet with hip width distance apart parallel to each other and fold over your legs. Shake out your head several times. And then step back to your down dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open that hip. And you're gonna find hip circles away from your body. Feeling your hip joint. After your second circle, drop your left foot behind and lift your hips up. Left arm up and over your left ear to your wild thing. And then slowly bring your left hand down underneath the left shoulder, turning your body facing down. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Find yourself in a comfortable position. And then rock your body back and forth several times, 8 to 10 times. Keep pressing your hands down. Soften the gaze. And feel the stretch in your right hip flexor and in your left hip. And come back to center. Release your right knee down and the right foot. And start to rock your hips from side to side several times. Feel whatever your body is feeling. And come back to center. Walk your right hand forward like half hand length forward. Turn your torso to your left. Come on up high onto the knife edge of your left foot. Release your hips down and your left arm reaching towards the back of your mat. Soften your face and feel the stretch in your left glute and right hip. And breathe deeply and patiently, trusting the process. Place your left hand underneath the left shoulder. Tuck your right toes under. Step your right foot forward to the outside of your right hand. Hands at your heart center to your prayer. Elbows inside of your knees. Or place your fingertips all the way down and rock your hips from side to side several times. Find your own option this time. And then we're gonna meet in neutral Malasana Yogi squat. Extend your right hand to your right and lift your left arm up and twist a little bit to your left. Exhale, hands back at your heart center. Inhale, extend your left hand to your left and reach your right arm up and twist to your right just a little bit. Exhale, hands at your heart center. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And now place your fingertips in front on the ground. Lift your hips up. Bring your feet with hip width distance apart, parallel to each other. And start to fold over your legs. As you start to pedal out your legs with your feet grounded. And then come back to center. Palms underneath your shoulders and step your feet back to your down dog. And drop your hips down, untuck your toes, lift your toes all the way up. Place your fingertips behind your back and lift your hips up and forward. And then release your hips back down. Inhale, lift your hips forward and up. Exhale, release your hips back down. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips back down. And then slowly find your way back to your child's pose. Your arms extended out to the front of your mat. Forehead on the ground to rest. And allow your whole body to sink into this beautiful surrendering moment. By not doing anything, not resisting anything at all. Just allowing and being at this present moment. And then slowly call your torso all the way up to your seated pose. And take a moment to feel your body, especially your hips. Noticing how they are feeling after the practice. And place your hands at your heart center to your prayer. And we'll end the class. Lots of love and gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. And I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you soon.